All right, so today's class is going to be all about chest opening, shoulders, back, and of course the core. So let's start. We'll go with a chest opener and it will be very low demand, and that's probably where we'll start. So let's get a cushion, not a hard block. Get a cushion and pop it down so that you can rest back onto it. So we're thinking we want it kind of roughly at this point in the back so that you can just rest down, allow yourself just to find that full length of the mat. If you are sensitive in the lower back, lower thigh, then keep the feet down so the knees are up and you'll find that that is less demanding on lower spine. Just taking a moment here to just feel into the space that you're holding, okay? So I want you to start from the feet and work up. So whether the feet are out long or connected to the mat, I just want you to just wiggle through the toes just for a moment, finding that movement, and then in turn finding that feeling of being still. Move up the body, the calves, the knees, the quads, the hamstrings, until we get to the hips. I want you to spend a moment or two just taking some really nice deep inhales and then exhales towards the hips, and think about the heaviness, the weight into the mat. With every inhale, let's move up the front body, thinking about the curvature of the spine, thinking about the lifting on the inhales of the chest, the exhales, the weight against the mat. Breathing into the front body, exhaling, inhaling, and then as we exhale, moving through the shoulders, down the arms, finding that connection to the mat wherever the skin touches it. Getting the feedback from the material, maybe against your clothes and the skin, mat and the skin, whatever it is that you have there. And then we're going to take just a couple more deep inhales here, just really feeling into the space that we're holding. Settling into class, removing anything that was troubling you from the wider world, and just really just accepting that you are here. You are what is important, and you deserve to be the focus of today's class. I'm going to start taking some even breaths here. So taking an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Focusing in on your intention for today's practice. And if you can't think of one, then you are the intention. You are the focus, you are important. And that is all that matters right now. Slowly and carefully, just moving the cushion out from underneath you. And then I encourage you to take the biggest stretch of the day, reaching the hands above you or towards the ceiling, moving through both sides of the body, pulsing through the left side and the right side, just taking that stretch. And then on your exhale, just releasing, allowing your body to shrink onto the mat. Taking a nice deep releasing breath through the mouth. And then from here, just bring those knees in towards you. Lift the forehead towards the knees, hug yourself together. Create a tiny little ball. Find that stretch of the spine. And then extend the legs away. Okay, from here, we're going to take the hips to the right and the feet and the hands to the left. Come into a blown palm, drawing that right hip down. Maybe right ankle crosses over the left, maybe left hand takes right wrist. Lots of options. Happy to keep the feet side by side if that feels better for you. I'm just going to encourage you not to be gripping or straining, but just to gently move into these shapes. Surrendering to what your body is giving to you today in this moment. Resist the urge to compare to yesterday, a week ago, a year ago. It's irrelevant, so just let it go. And then taking the body back to the center line, and then taking the hips to the left, hands and feet over towards the right, anchoring that left hip down. Feet can stay side by side or cross that left ankle over the right. Maybe right hand takes the left wrist. Breathing nice and deeply into that side body. And then making your way back towards center. From here, just bringing those knees in towards you. Hug yourself together, bring the forehead up towards the knees. Create a tight ball, push through the heels. And then release. Take the feet down, just tickle the heels so they're roughly where we want them. And then take the arms out to nice and wide. We're going to drop the knees down to the right hand side, take the gaze over to the left. Always an option to use a prop or a cushion to bring the floor up to the knees. Just hanging out here, taking that gaze over to the left hand side if the neck feels good for it. And the knees come back to center, gaze to center, drop the knees to the left, gaze comes over to the right hand side. Maybe one side feels a little bit more fluid than the other. That's okay too, doesn't matter, just noticing. And the knees coming back up to center, gaze to center. This time left leg is going to cross over the top of the right. We're going to drop the knees down to the right side, gaze to the left. If this is too much, you don't like it, then take the feet back to where they were, just side by side. Again, option to bring the floor to you with a block or a cushion. Breathe nice and deeply into the belly. And with every exhale, see if those knees can come just a little bit closer down towards the mat. And then those knees are going to come back up. Swap those legs over, right leg over the top of the left, gazing over to the right side as the knees drop down to the left. breathing nice and fully, releasing with every exhale. Those knees come down just a little bit further. And then from here, gaze back to center, bringing the knees back up. Uncross those legs, draw those knees in towards you, and then start to make circles with those legs. So hands to knees, just moving through that hip space, really activating through the core. The quicker you go, the less dramatic the effect on the core. The slower you go, the more you're going to have to really deeply engage that core. Options here. Then when you're ready, just reversing it, push the knees away, take them wide, draw them back in. Just taking a couple of those, just equaling out. Okay, we're going to take the forehead up towards the knees, find that really nice stretch across the spine, and across the neck. And then take the feet flat, tickle the backs of the heels. We're going to just start with some pelvic tilts. Hands are by the side of us, just moving through the pelvis, engaging the core, and then releasing. Small movements, just enough to engage the core. Again, working as hard or as not as hard as you choose. Okay, so now starting to move up to the midpoint of the spine and then lowering all the way back down again. Each time thinking about the glutes engaging, heels are pushing down. And then coming up towards the shoulders, releasing all the way back down. Just moving through, there's no beginning, there's no end, just finding that really nice fluid movement. And then next time you come up all the way up into your bridge pose. Really thinking about those heels pushing down, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips. And then finding a chest opener. If it feels good for you, you can push the hands down into the mat or interlace the fingers underneath you and then roll the shoulders underneath. Really lifting those hips high, squeezing the glutes. And then coming onto the tiptoes, really lifting those heels up, pushing down through the toes, finding that glute activation is working so hard. Chest lifts, hips are level. Lower the heels back down. One more time, lift the heels, push through the toes. Glutes are squeezing. Looking down the center line of the body, keep the neck straight. Lower the heels. Take a breath. Release the grip on the hands, allow the shoulders to come out, and then just start to slowly move down each vertebrae one at a time until you're all the way back on the mat. Once you're there, draw those knees in towards you. Option here to make little circles on the lower back or rock and roll the spine or take windscreen wiper with the legs. Just do what your body needs you to do to reset. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to stop and we are going to pause in an upside down table. So the knees are stacked over the hips. The core is going to be rock hard. Give it a tap, check, okay? From here, we're just going to tap down the right leg, right foot, sorry, and then the left. We want that movement to be coming just from the hip and from the core. So the leg should be staying at 90 degrees. All right, we're not extending the leg away. We're just moving the hip as we drop the toe down. one at a time. Thinking here about that core being super strong. So really engage the lower abs. Thinking about sucking in that belly button towards spine. Use the hands as a reminder. So hold on to that core. Feel the work that it is doing. Okay. Just a little bit of fun here. We're going to extend the hands up towards the ceiling. So we really are in our table. We're going to take the right arm behind us and we're going to extend the left leg away. Let's switch it out. The right hand lifts up, the left knee comes in, and we're going to then extend the right side and the left arm. We're going to call these dead bugs. It's very glamorous. And we're just going to work through one side and then the other. If this feels like a lot in your back, it's because perhaps you're not engaging your core quite as much, or you might have lower back issues. If you do, come back to your table and just toe tap each side rather than extending each leg away. Okay, we're just going to do this nice and slowly for 10, 9, 8, look how coordinated we are, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, it's taking ages, 2, and 1. Pause there, bring those knees in towards you, bring the forehead up to the knees, hug yourself together. Take a moment. And then we're going to rock and roll the spine. Really do take your time here. Use it as an opportunity to decompress, to relax through the core. And then when you're ready, you can cross those ankles, find your way into a table on your mat. Okay, I'm just checking out that table stance, hands underneath the wrists and hips over the top of the knees. And then from here, we're just going to extend that right leg away, push through the heel. I'm going to find that stretch down the back of the leg. Pausing, keeping the hips level, lifting that right leg, starting to just take circles with the heel. Doesn't matter which direction you go, but just remembering that whatever you do one side, we're going to have to reverse it. Drawing in the core, making sure that we're not really dipping in that lower back. Let's take it in the opposite direction. Okay. And then pause, keeping that that right leg lifted, extend that left arm away. And we're just going to go in a really nice fluid motion as we bring the arm in and the knee in, and then extend it away down. Just working in and out, in and out. Just finding that really fluid movement, extending and then closing off again. We'll go for another 3, 2, and 1. Take the knee down, take the hand down. From here, we're going to take the feet together, take the knees as wide as the mat, sit down into a wide-legged child's pose, walk the hands away, spider up the fingertips, sink the chest down, forehead down. Really find that nice stretch across the shoulders. Allow the neck to be long, find that stretch. And then walking the hands over to the right hand side. Place left hand on top of right. Drop that left shoulder down. Ever so slightly, get that deep stretch through that shoulder girdle. push down into the hands, find that anchor towards the left heel. Walk the hands back through center, over to the left, and then right hand places on top of that left hand. Drop the right shoulder down. Push down into the hands, get that bottom back onto that right heel, or close to it, it doesn't matter. It's just an intention. Okay, walking the hands back through center, bring yourself back into a table. From here, left leg is going to extend, push through the heel. Gazes between the hands, keep the neck nice and long. Opportunity here to check the core, engaging that core under, making sure that is really firm. Keeping the hips level, let's lift that left leg. Okay, we're going to start to draw circles with the big toe. Really thinking about that movement is coming from our core and glutes. Knowing whatever we do on one direction, we have to make sure we're going to do it in the other. So let's switch it up, take it the other direction. Okay. And then coming back to stationary, keeping that left leg elevated. Extend the right arm away and alongside the ear. Okay, when you're ready, let's take the arm and leg in towards one another and extend. Just moving in a fluid motion. Really thinking about the fingertips reaching towards that front wall and the toes towards the back wall. Okay, let's go for 3, for 2, and 1. Back into our table. Okay, from here we're going to extend that left leg away. No, we're not. We're going to come into gate pose. Sorry. Right foot is going to come behind us as a kickstand. Left leg is going to come long. Lift that left arm up. Really reach up that left arm towards the ceiling. Thinking about pushing down the pinky edge side of that left foot into the mat, nice and strong. Then reach the left arm all the way past that left ear. Roll the left shoulder back ever so slightly, opening the chest. If you're happy to stay here, then please do. If you want a little bit of core work, we can then lift that left leg and then take elbow to knee for 1, extend, for 2, extend, for 3, extend. We're going to go for 5, for 4, extend, and for 5. Hover that leg high, see if we can hold it, and lower. Open that chest up towards the ceiling. Take a moment to enjoy that open front body. And then that left arm is coming down, left knee is coming down. Okay, this time round, left leg is going to come as a kickstand, right leg comes long. Then reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Push down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. Right hand is going to extend past the ear, reaching the hands towards that front wall. And then begin to open the chest ever so slightly up towards the ceiling, really opening through that front side body. If you're happy to stay here, then perfect. Want a little bit of core work? Here we go. We're going to lift that right leg and we're going to crunch in for 1, extend, 2, extend, 3, extend, 4, extend, and 5. Extend, keep it lifted and lower. Let's find that openness through that front body. Push down through the pinky-edge side of that right foot. Take a breath. Right hand comes down, right knee comes down. From here, just sit back into a narrow-legged child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat. Maybe a little bit of a sway from side to side. Just releasing off any tension that might have been gathering. And then slowly and carefully rounding up through the spine, coming up to a seated position. From here, sitting up nice and tall. Option to use a block if you find that you get tight in the hips. Definitely a great option. Okay. From here, sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to sway from side to side, opening through the side body, then work through that spine and that openness, okay? Right hand is going to come down, left arm's lifting, come all the way over. Switch it out, left hand comes down, right arm lifts all the way over. Just moving from side to side, taking the gaze high if it feels good. Maybe reaching that right arm further away each time. Playing into the body, seeing what feels good. Coming into our last round. When you're ready, we're going to pause back up. From here, take the hands to the back of the head, extend those elbows to either side of the room. Drop that right elbow down, lift through that left elbow. Really working into those obliques, keeping you stable, but still opening that left side body up. Coming back to center, dropping left side, right side lifts. And lower, take it to the other side, left side lifts, right side lowers. Careful not to bring that left shoulder down. If it means that you're here but still feeling it, it doesn't really matter. What we want to do is keep those shoulders level. Back to center, dropping the left side down, right side lifts. Okay, coming back to center. Draw those elbows in towards the ears as you drop the chin to chest. Let's round down through the spine, finding that skin stretching across the bone. And then coming all the way back up. When we come up, open the elbows, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Pushing the chest forward, find that arch through the back. And then rounding off elbows to ears, chin to chest, round down through the spine. And then coming all the way back up, opening elbows out, lifting the gaze, lifting the chin. And then last one, dropping the gaze, elbows to ears, chin to chest, round down through the spine. And then lifting all the way back up, opening those elbows up, lifting the gaze. And then bringing the neck to neutral, releasing those hands off. Removing the block if you have one in the way. From here, we're just going to take the hands behind us, okay? Take the feet out flat so the knees are lifted. Goodness me, sorry. We're going to drop the knees down to the right side as you take the gaze over that left shoulder. And then up to center, drop to the left side, gaze to the right shoulder. Two more, let's bring them back to center, drop them to the right, gaze to the left. Lifting the knees, dropping them to the left and gazing over towards the right. And then back to center. From here, we're going to take a reverse plank. So what I want you to do is think about those fingertips towards the back of the room, roll those shoulder heads back and down, extend the legs away. What we're doing here is we're going to be lifting the chest towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes to lift the hips. So when you're ready on an inhale, we're going to lift the front body, taking those toes down towards the mat, lifting, thinking about that openness through the chest. And we'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. From here, bring the knees in towards you. Hug yourself together. Allow the tension through the hand or through the forearms against the shins to allow you to round into the spine. Let's go for one more. Extend the feet away from you, hands come back. Roll the shoulder heads back. From here, we're going to take an inhale. As we do, we're going to push down the feet into the mat, lifting the hips, lifting the chest. And we're going to hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Hips come back down, bottom comes down, draw the knees in towards you, hug those shins. As you do, allow the spine to round. Draw the chin in towards the chest, feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Okay, nice and slowly, just crossing over those ankles, find yourself into your table. From here, we're going to take the hand to the back of the right ear. Well, the right hand to the back, I'm going to face you. We're going to take the right hand to the back of the head or behind the right ear. Okay, we're going to draw that left elbow towards the... No, that's my right elbow. Terrible left and right today, sorry. Right elbow to left elbow. Turns out I've got 2 elbows. We're going to open the chest towards the right side, moving through the thoracic spine. Right elbow towards the left elbow and open. Right elbow to left elbow and open. This time round, extend the arm to the ceiling. Take the right hand under the left, push the hand down into the mat, find that shoulder stretch. Let's open back up again, right hand lifts, gaze lifts. Thread that right hand through, push down into the mat, find the stretch through the shoulder. Open out, right arm is going to lift. This time we're going to come all the way down. Right hand threads underneath that left. Come to rest on that right shoulder. Extend the left hand away. If you want to extend the left leg away to be pushing through that left heel, then please do. Keeping those hips level. Bend that left knee, push down through the left hand, draw the right arm out. Find yourself back in your table. Okay, now you know what we're doing. I hopefully won't get my left and right quite so muddled. Left hand to the back of the head. We're going to take the left elbow towards the right for 3, okay? Open out for 1, close it off. For 2 as we open. For 3, close it off and open. Whilst we're here, extend the left arm towards the ceiling. Left hand threads under, push down that left hand, find the stretch through the shoulder. Open for 1, close off. Coming up for 2, close off. Last one here, let's open. This time, left hand is going to thread underneath right, rest on top of that left shoulder and thread the needle. Walk the right hand away and extend through the right foot if you would like to. Okay, bending that right knee back in, drawing that left arm back out, finding your table here. From here, cross over the ankles, come to sit back on the bottom, bringing those knees in towards the chest. Just hug yourself together, allow yourself a moment to settle. And then you have options. You can come down via boat, okay? Or you can just lay down and head towards your final Savasana. I will be going through both, so you can listen and you can follow me if you would like to. Sitting up nice and tall, just lifting the feet up and off of the mat. You can stay here with your hands secure to the mat. If you would like to take the hands alongside the shins, then please do. Okay, so here we go. We're going to extend the feet away, keep the core engaged, the chest lifted. Draw yourself back together. We're going to go for 10 of them, all right? Extend away for 1, draw in. For 2, draw in. For 3, draw in. For 4, draw in. For 5, keep the chest lifted. Extend away for 6. Keep smiling. Extend away for 7. Extend away for 8. For 9. This is your last one. Make it count. Extend away. We're going to hold it for 3. For 2. For 1. Shaky voice. Bring the feet down. Hug yourself together. Take a moment here to reset through the body. So that might be taking the hands down behind you and windscreen wipering those legs from side to side. And that might feel good, feels good for me, it might not for you. Do whatever you need to do. We're going to be working our way down towards our final Savasana. So gradually beginning to settle the body, allowing yourself that space on the mat. I would really invite you to start or to finish the way we started. So if you want to use a cushion underneath your back again to really open up through the chest, then do. If that didn't feel great and you think, well, I've done it once and that's enough, then that's fine too. So just finding what you need from these next few minutes. Finding a comfortable position just for you. All distractions are gone. Allow yourself to settle. Just close the eyes. And starting to turn that gaze inwards towards you, knowing that you are the only person that matters right now. Only you remain here in this moment. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, releasing out through the mouth. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And if my rhythm doesn't match yours, then just simply find your own. Anchor yourself to the breath. Simple pattern. Breathe in and breathe out. It's slow. It's smooth. It's even. As you take those powerful inhales, imagine that you are breathing in calmness, peace, power and strength, everything that embodies you. As you exhale, release any worries, anything that has been busy in your mind. Release it away. It doesn't belong. And then for your next inhale, fill yourself with calmness, peace, power and strength. And with the exhale, release the worries, the things that clutter your mind. Let them go. They don't belong. We breathe in power, strength, And we release everything that we do not need. Things you can't change. It doesn't deserve your time, so don't give in. I want you to think about those inhales, the calm, the peace, the power, and the strength. And I want you to visualize the exhales as you send something away you do not need in your life anymore. You don't need it. Inhale and fill yourself with that calm, that peace, that power, that strength. And let that lift you. Feel strong, knowing that you are ready to take on the rest of your day. I invite you to return back to your intention from the beginning of class today. Take a moment to hold it there in your mind's eye. Enjoy that feeling. It was all about you today. Slowly and carefully beginning to just awaken the body, moving through the fingers, through the toes, perhaps stretching through one side of the body and pulsing to the other, just moving however you need to feel happy and content in this moment. And I wish you an amazing day. Thank you for joining me.